Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Welcome back to another live. We are going to be reviewing the Copenhagen game. We're going to be doing player ratings, going through all of the players, as well as talking everything Chelsea, because to be honest, there's always something we can talk about. Yeah, we're here with Don. So, listen, how are we doing, Don?
Good, man. You know, just chilling, bro. I'm about to go out in a bit, but yeah, we'll talk about last night. You was telling me before we went live that you were there yesterday. How was it? How was it, man?
Yeah, I love Copenhagen. I've got nothing but good things to say about Copenhagen, to be quite frank, mate. Have you ever been to Denmark?
No, I haven't, but it's on my list for sure.
How could I describe it? Think of England, but without all. England's expensive. You don't get a lot for your money. People can be quite rude. That's London, isn't it? Denmark's basically the opposite, mate. Except it is expensive. Like, it's expensive, but it's worth the money. Good quality food, good company, mate. Everyone's friendly. Weather's a bit cold, but it's, you know, that's fine. It's just brilliant. Honestly, it's just brilliant. I've got nothing but good things to say about Copenhagen. Nothing but good things, man. And I have to say as well, the atmosphere has got to be one of the best I've ever seen. Ever.
One of the best? I heard it was bad.
No, from the away fans. From the away fans, it was all right. But
from the home fans?
From the home fans, it was
okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I could hear it. I could see it on TV, man. It was full, innit? It was full.
Have you seen the Ultra, mate? Did you see the guy standing up in the stand? That wasn't on the telly.
I think they were doing the thing that the City fans do, innit, where they jump. That thing.
Oh, yeah. They did a little bit of that.
But it looked packed there. It looks like they've sold out. I'm pretty sure they probably would have sold out.
Mate, honestly,
town, innit?
I said this to Charlie earlier. I said, all of the Champions League games from 2 years ago, you had Milan, Dortmund, Zagreb. I didn't go to Zagreb, so maybe I won't count that. The one in Salzburg, Madrid.
They played Salzburg, innit?
I went to Panathinaikos as well. I think Copenhagen was better than all of them, except Milan. Milan had the best atmosphere. I'll give Milan that, but Copenhagen for me is second.
That Milan game, all I remember from that game was fucking Reece getting injured. That's the game he got injured, innit? His knee, bruv.
Was that I thought that was the home game, or was that the Chilwell got injured in the home game?
I think Chilwell got injured in the home game. I'm pretty sure Reece got injured away.
I don't even know.
Let us know if I can remember correctly. I think he got injured away. But Alba scored in that game. We won that game. Was it 3-1? Can't remember.
What the away game?
Yeah, the game against AC Milan.
Yeah.
Let me check this.
I think we did went through. Jorginho scored a pen, and
that season
it was 1-0. Was it 1-0? No.
It feels like we've been. Hold on, let me check it now. Yeah, Chelsea, AC Milan. That season is just such a blur now. Okay, yeah, we won 2-0 away, and then we won 3-0 at home. Okay, yeah, I'm getting mixed up. We battered them at home, man. That was put or cooking. So yeah, Fofana. I remember Fofana scored, Aubameyang scored, and Reece scored at home. That's probably where he got injured. Because that game was in October, 5th of October. Actually, no, we played Milan away the week after. That's where Reece got injured. Yeah, he got written off his knee. Yeah, man. But memories. We need to get back in there, Alex. We need to fucking get back in there, man.
I know. What do you think about? Well, let's get into it. I mean, how do you summarize the game as a whole?
Yeah.
So, I mean, just looking at it from a general perspective.
Bro, it was a dead first half, man. I was seeing the same problems that I saw against Brighton. We looked very predictable. Maresca congested the midfield. I wasn't really a fan of the lineup either, you know, playing Gusto on the wing. It reminded me of when we played fucking Chilwell left wing last season with Poch. Similar sort of thing with Gusto. He's useless on the wing, bro, right? We've seen him there a couple of times, Alex. When have you ever really thought of a game where you're like, oh my God, Gusto was cooking that fullback. Oh my God, Gusto was really running past someone. We don't get that from him when he plays on the wing. You know what I mean?
You talk about when he's just as like a wing back.
Yeah, like no, he was actually playing as a winger. Like yesterday, we had him playing as a winger because we played. Chalobah was basically playing at right back, but was building in the free. You had Caicedo and Reece that were in the pivot. Then you had Dewsbury in the left space, Palmer in the right space. You had Tyreek George right wing and Gusto left wing, bro. With Maresca up top, and it just wasn't working. You know, we created nothing. Palmer, when he was getting on the ball, wasn't doing anything with it really. He had one shot outside the box, but other than that, it was shit. Maresca, I'm seeing this guy making so many runs in behind. No one's finding him. Similar to when Nkuku plays up there. Like, I don't like Nkuku up top, but there's so many times I see him run up there and no one finds him. You know, Dewsbury Hall, he's just on, his confidence is on the floor right now. This is a completely different player to what I was watching at Leicester. He's not even trying to ball carry anymore. You know, very, very safe.
I don't think he ever did ball carry since he's been with us.
He did at Leicester, bro. He used to.
No, but I'm talking about since he signed for us. Like, I can't remember a game where.
That's my point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Alex.
Like, never did that.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's my point. At Leicester, he used to do it a lot. At Chelsea, it's like he reads things that he sees online about him. He's not trying to.
I think he does, mate. Yeah, I think he tweeted something out about that.
What did he say?
Do you remember?
What did he say?
He retweeted something about a fan saying, you know, Dewsbury Hall deserves more minutes.
Oh yeah. I think I remember seeing that because I was speaking to Locks, big up Locks. He makes content for Leicester. We done a preview on my channel earlier, and he was literally saying last season Dewsbury Hall done this whole campaign about social media and how toxic it is, and he basically came out speaking about it. And that's what I watch when I watch him. I see a player that's scared to take risks because it feels like he's scared to get cooked, if that makes sense. The things I was seeing him doing last year, I'm not seeing him doing them here, Alex. You know what I mean? This move has been an absolute flop for him. And if I'm him, I'm leaving in the summer. You know what I mean? He's a better player than this, but he's not showing it because his confidence is on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he can bounce back, or is it time to go?
Bro, the only way he bounces back is if he gets the minutes. You know, Maresca, he's barely played him, which is mad weird because last season he was his best player, right? Championship or not, 26 GA is not a joke. Yeah, go find me all the midfielders that got 26 GA in the championship. You're not going to find me one, bro. You know what I mean? So he was cooking last year. He's come here and he's basically a small fish in a big pond. That's basically what it is. You know, there's so many players ahead of him. You know, Enzo, even João Felix was ahead of him. Nkuku has been played in that position ahead of him at times. Yeah. So he needs to leave, innit, for his own good, because I think he's a good player. It's just Chelsea, we're too much for him. And this fan base is too toxic. It's honestly too toxic for him, bro. It's too much.
But the other side of it is that if you're a good enough player, you can deal with it.
I mean, he's not getting opportunities, though.
I mean, that's just football, isn't it? Forget Chelsea. It's like that at all clubs.
I hear it. But then some players, unfortunately, they drown. And he's one of them. And let's be real here. It's not like we've seen him playing every single week. He barely plays, bruv. I remember he played against, I think he started against Bournemouth when Enzo was ill, yeah? And he actually got the assist for Cucurella, if you remember that game. And he actually had a good game. I thought he had a good game in that game when he started, bruv. Remember when the ball got flicked and he flicked it up to Cucurella and Cucu scored in the box, yeah? I thought he had a good game that game. But at the next game, we don't see him again. You know, he don't make certain Premier League squads. Like, it just hasn't been a good move for him. If I was him, I would get back on the phone to Brighton. Yo, listen, do you not want me again? Because we stole him from there, innit? You know what I mean? Do you guys want me again? I'll come back. And then just start your career again, man. He's too good to be just sitting on the bench and being disrespected like this. I can't lie.
I don't know. Is it disrespect though, mate? You're competing against Caicedo and Fernandez and Lavia.
No, but I'm hearing people saying, "Oh, he's a nothing player and he's this and he's that," and I'm like, listen, I hear it. I hear what you lot are saying. You haven't seen much at Chelsea, but there's more in this guy's locker. And there's even been times, Alex, like if you remember when we played Newcastle away, when we threw the game away, we played this guy right wing. Yeah. Yesterday we moved him to the wing. Like he's not a winger. So I'm not going to overly judge him when I'm seeing him being played out of position, you know? So that's another thing as well. There's been a couple of times where he's being played out of position and he's not doing anything. Like what? I'm not going to expect Dewsbury Hall to be running at people like Tyreek George. It's not going to happen on the wing. You know what I mean? But yeah, overall, like I said, I thought the first half was very flat. I like the fact that Maresca was quite proactive. He brought on, obviously Nkuku. He took off Maresca, which was quite sad for him because, like I said, I don't think he did much wrong. It's just the team itself and the way we were set up. We wasn't really creating for him. You know, he didn't have a single shot on goal, right? So he brought on Nkuku. He brought on who else did he bring on? Obviously, Gusto came off.
Cucurella came on.
Cucurella came on. Colwell came on as well. And you could see, bro, like Enzo Fernandez and Nkunku, they helped change the game. As soon as Enzo's getting the ball, he's trying to progress it forward. Everything's forward thinking. You know what I'm saying? And obviously the goal that Reece scored, it helped change the game because now Copenhagen are having to press us from the front. Before that, they were just sitting back and just doing what Brighton were doing, trying to catch us on the break. You know, that allowed us to open up the game a little bit more. Before you know it, there's a few more gaps. Enzo runs into the gap. Nice pass from George. Good finish from Enzo. But away from that, we were just clinical, bro. Because I don't remember any other chances other than that. We didn't really have many chances. You know what I'm saying? So we need to perform a lot better next week, man. Because if we play like that again, we could lose. I'm telling you, bro, we could lose.
No, you're not even wrong, mate. You're not wrong. I mean, I thought the performance was dire. People say I'm negative, and then I go, okay, fine. It was best performance I've ever seen. Are you happy now? But there you go. Let's get started with our first player, Don. Robert Sanchez. What are we thinking with all of these players? You give them a rating 1 to 10, 1 being crap, 10 being the best of the best, and then sort of just a little bit on how you think they've done.
Sanchez, I mean, he didn't really have much to do. Like, there's a couple of chances they had where it was offside, and then for the goal, I don't think he could have done much. I saw a few people trying to cook him, but that was a bullet, man. That was a bullet. Like,
that was a hard one.
3-4 yards away from him. Like, I'm sorry, there's not a keeper that's going to get that. And if they get that, that's going to be a world-class save. You know, I'll probably just give him a 6. I don't think he did much wrong, to be honest. Just average. Distribution. I mean, I don't remember him really giving the ball away like that in the game. I'll just give him a 6, which is a standard game. Steady Eddie.
This is 5, 6.
Yeah,
fair
6.
enough. Pretty stable then. There's not really a lot to say about Sanchez, to be fair.
Nah. There's not much of a talking point there.
All right, let's go on to the defense. We've got Trevor Chalobah. Mate, you know I heard the Chalobah chant again in the away section.
You heard it? Did you actually make it?
What?
Did you make it? Was it you that made it?
Yeah, I was part of the group that made it. Mate, I was sat in the away end and I heard it in the background. I went, I'm just standing. And I turned around. It's the same boys from the fucking train in Sheffield where the fucking song originated. I was like, no way. We go way back. We go way back.
Oh my gosh. Brilliant. I'm just sitting at the bar with Trevor Chalobah. Hey, that's a banger, you know.
It's good, isn't it, Don, mate? I think that's an underrated chant. I get a lot of stick for that, but I stand by it.
It's catchy. It's catchy, man. Anyway, you ain't going to see much of this guy next season because I think we're going to sell him. And rightly so. It's not good enough to be here, I'll be honest. But, yeah, Chalobah, again, average, Alex, man. He didn't get cooked. He didn't really do anything really in build-up. Defensively, he didn't really have much to do. 5, bro. 6. Let's just give him a 6.
I mean, what do you make of his positioning as well, the way Maresca set him up? Do you think that he could have made it easier playing him more centrally, or because I know he's further down the right?
Listen, the thing about Chalobah, he's one of the centre-backs that we've got that's a little bit more comfortable in the wider areas. Right, and obviously when we went back into a 4, he was at right back. You know, you're not going to play Tosin there, are you? Or Cowell. So he was the best one to play over there. You know what I'm saying? But the only annoying thing is he's taking minutes away from the likes of Achimpong, man. You know, these are the sort of games where I want to be seeing Josh. But we're back to seeing Chalobah, who we know is going to get sold. It's just been a shambles, man. Honestly, we brought this guy back, and Anselmino, you know what I mean? That's another player that we're not seeing anything of. He nearly went to Marseille. And now he's still stuck at Chelsea, right? Achimpong.
I think that, to be fair, I think Anselmino, that was planned, mate. That was planned. They wanted to keep
him. Felix. That's because Felix took the last loan spot, bro. That's what happened there.
Is that what it was, do you think?
Yeah. So Felix took the last loan spot. If Felix stayed, we could have loaned out Anselmino and he would have taken the last loan spot. But again, Chalobah, like I said, I hope we sell him in the summer, man, because he's a nice guy and whatnot. He's better than Disasi, but he's still not Chelsea level, bro. Like, let's be honest about it. You know what I mean? He's not a good defender. He's very average. Very, very average, bro. You know, so I'll probably give him a 6 for this game, man.
6. Okay. So we're saying average. Do we all agree with that in the chat as well? Ficon says 6. Anselmino's injured apparently as well.
He's injured now, yeah?
Yeah.
This guy should be at Marseille, bro. I don't know what's happened with Anselmino.
Tosin.
I thought Tosin was actually quite good, to be
I
honest.
love Tosin, mate. I don't know if you've heard, but Tosin's like, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Tosin. I'm not going to lie to you, Don.
You rate him more than Fofana, innit?
Well, anyone who's available, that's the truth, isn't it? Like, nobody can sit here and say that Fofana is. I don't know. Would you rather, Don, have a player who's available for 15 games out of 50? He's top class for 15 games and they're not available. Or Tosin.
Oh, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? You're gonna pick the guy that's more available. But again, Alex, I don't know if you've been watching much of my content lately. This is one thing I've been stressing. Next season, forget about Fofana being in the 11, right? Forget about him and thinking about building with him because he cannot stay fit, right? And every time he goes, we're having to depend on Chalobahs. We're having to depend on the likes of Tosin, who, let's be real, are squad players, right?
Yeah, it's true.
These guys should not be playing for Chelsea week in, week out. They make our levels drop. It should be Fofana playing week in, week out, and Tosin comes in for certain games like yesterday. You know, Carabao Cup, if you're going to see out games, if your centre-back gets injured for a few games. But when you're depending on them for weeks, that's when your team starts looking like Fulham because that's their level. You know what I mean, Alex? So, true. Bro, we need to, yeah, Fofana, like I said, I love him. I love his ability, but we honestly need to bring in a centre-back that can start and someone that's going to stay fit more often than not. Because we just won't kick on with Fofana, I'll be honest, man.
Do you prioritise a centre-back over a striker?
No, we need both. We need
both. If you had to pick one.
Oh, brother. That's hard,
man.
I'll probably say striker. Like, that's the number one position that we need. Number one, right? Because at least with a striker, if we're still creating, we can outscore teams. You know what I mean? Whereas if you've got no striker and then you've got a good defender, we're still going to keep missing. We're still going to keep missing up there. That's the problem.
It's true. I said this, you know, since the beginning as well. A lot of people talk about the chances we miss, the fact that we should score more goals. For me, I would love to. It's kind of counterintuitive as well because the football's so boring, and you think, "Fucking hell, Alex, you can't make it any more boring." But I'd like to see some 1-0s, mate. Like, just get some clean sheets and win 1-0. I don't think there's anything wrong with winning a game 1-0, and you can still play great football doing it. But
we've gone up in so many games, Alex, recently, and we lose or we drop points. I'm pretty sure it's like six to 8 games or something like that. Against Villa, we went up first. Against Brighton, we went up first. Against Fulham, we went up first. You know what I mean? Against Palace, we went up first. Like, there's been so many games. Bournemouth, we went up first. You know what I mean? Like, we can't hold up leads, man. We can't hold up leads. So we need to sort out that defense in the summer because I can't be dealing with this again. Number one, we need to make Champions League, but we can't be having the same conversations 4 years in. It'll be 4 years in next season, bro. You know what I mean? We'll be going
went from Thiago Silva, mate. Thiago Silva, what a blessing that guy was. He papered over a lot of cracks. If it wasn't for that guy, we would have been having these conversations much more even previously. And now 100%. He's not there. You don't have anyone to fill that void.
100%, bro. 100%, man. So yeah, we've got a lot of work to do. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting to see what we do back there. But I thought Tosin was actually I thought he was decent yesterday, to be fair. I'll probably give him a 7.
Okay, 7 out of 10. What about Badiashile? But I'm surprised. I really didn't expect Badiashile to start this game.
Why?
I mean, why?
He's been training.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's only just come back, mate. I thought to myself, you're taking a bit of a risk here. But I mean, he did get subbed early, so fair enough. Yeah. But he's been featured again. I have a feeling that maybe we might see him against Leicester as well. You know, because that's one of the 3 games you can afford to rotate your centre backs if you really want to. But yeah, man. No, I mean, Badiashile, what did you make of his performance?
Again, just average, steady. I'll probably give it a 6 for that one. There wasn't really much going on at the back.
Mate, God, that word, it's been chucked around a lot recently.
What's that?
Just meaty, average.
Oh, meaty.
You
know what it means? You actually know what it means?
Meaty.
It's short for mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah, meaty, yeah.
Like, yeah, average. Same thing,
average, no? Yeah. What, don't you like it?
Well, we just keep. I don't.
He wasn't meaty. No, Badiashile wasn't meaty. I don't think
No,
he was
but I
meaty.
just mean like everything that I'm talking about. Generally speaking, obviously there's positives and there's things that are a lot worse than that. But I don't look at Chelsea and think, "Oh, that's great. We look great, or we look really good." I'm like, we beat Southampton 4-0, but it was a bit shit. If I'm being honest, we beat Copenhagen. It was a bit shit. Like I read some of the comments as well from the pod we did earlier on, and there was one guy. He had this long comment. He said, "Alex, for the first time in a long time, I've been watching Chelsea for however many years. In the second half, I went and just started cooking dinner. Stopped watching the game. I thought, bloody hell, you know." I mean, listen, you can do it. I can't leave the stadium, but
I was honestly
it's
sitting there.
It's not
I was sitting there like
captivating,
this.
is it?
I was in my room. I was just sitting there like this. I was so bored. I was just like side to side. You see, Tosin gets the ball, goes to Badiashile, then it goes to Palmer. Palmer goes backwards. Reece tries to turn on it, but he's stiff in the midfield. Then he'll go backwards. He'll go to George. George quickly pop it off. Gusto getting himself injured. It was just dead, bro. Yeah, and that's why I'm criticizing Maresca for the way he set us up. I thought it was shit, right? Second half again, it wasn't even that good, but it's just the personnel helped us have 2 moments of brilliance. Really,
he made some good subs though, Maresca, in fairness, and the subs made an impact.
Good. No, they were good. That's what I'm saying. It was for me. Those subs were more individual brilliance rather than the setup being great, if that makes sense, right? Because Reece scored that goal early. Now they're having to come out, and then Enzo scores again. But go check the XG, bro. I don't think we even had an XG of 1. Let me go check this right now. We didn't create much. You know me, I come with my stats. Wait, let me check it right now. Yeah, so
what are you giving Badiashile a 6?
Our XG, Alex, our XG was 0.37, right?
What is it normally?
Over 1, bro, comfortably. If I show you what it was against, even against Villa, let me check right now against Villa. We lost that game, but just to show you, our XG against Villa was 2.3, and we created 3 big chances in that game, right? Against Southampton, our XG was 2.56, and we created 6 big chances, right? Yesterday, our XG was, like I said, 0.37, and we had 0 big chances. They had 2, and they even had more XG than us. That's what I'm saying. We were clinical. Yeah. That's the only difference, right? If we play like that again next week, we're going to make it hard for ourselves, bro.
So what are you giving Badiashile a 6?
Yeah, 6.
6.
6. Yeah.
All right.
We got Sean in the chat as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, mate. Like, I have a lot of sympathy for Gusto. I had this debate with Lewis today. Lewis is basically saying that he's been shit. I'm saying fair enough, but why has he been shit? And I think it's the manager, to be quite frank. I think it's the manager, and I think it's the system. I think the system just kills Gusto. I think it really killed. Like, I've had this debate with a few people, and my argument is that if you looked at a number of the players from last season that performed, and you say Gusto and Palmer, you could even say Jackson, to be honest with you.
You can.
I think that they improved a lot last year, and I think they were key, and I still think Jackson's key. But I don't think that Maresca's improved them. I don't think he's improved them. I think that, you know, when you look at Jackson, he just carried on the momentum that he had at the end of last season anyway. He's actually regressed in recent times before he was in.
But you can't blame Maresca for missing those chances that you should be burying at his level. That is not on Maresca, bro. Right? It's not like Jackson.
I'm just saying how I see it. I mean, that's one that's open to debate, and I can accept that. But Gusto, for example, I mean, that's just on the manager.
He's regressed 100%, bro. Playing him, you know, inverting him into the hole, like playing him as an 8, playing him as a 10. He's not that, you know. Gusto is an overlapping fullback. Maresca doesn't like overlapping fullbacks. But I'm sorry, bro. You have to adapt to what you've got right now. You know, you've got to get the best out of this guy because, bro, last season, no one was missing Reece like that. We all love Reece, but Gusto, for me, was actually our second best player after Palmer. Absolutely, you know what I mean? Mate. Very, very good, bro. He was consistent last season, you know. One of the best fullbacks in the league. Then
do you think Palmer's regressed?
Yeah, Palmer.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Palmer
what do you put that down to?
Bro, I put it down to the system. I put it down to Obviously, teams now looking to double up on him. I put it down to a lot of things. I put it down to confidence as well, right? I put it down to the team not being clinical in front of goal. There's so many different factors. Here.
I'm with you on that. I think, but again, if I had to give you a one-word answer, I'd say Maresca, because he puts Palmer in a position where he's easily getting doubled up on because he's playing him in the middle. If you played him on the right, if someone wants to double up on him, someone's having to leave the center of the park and open up a little bit more space for, let's just say, Felix if he was here or whoever else is in that 10. And then he's making space for other players. We also know that he's capable of scoring goals out there, and defensively, I hear the word balance all the time. Guy works so hard. Palmer's unbelievably defensively. I think his defensive work rate doesn't get talked about enough.
I think for me, even last season when we play him in the middle, like he would get doubled up. Like people think it's only this season, right? Even last year, go watch a lot of those games back. They were focusing mainly on him because he was cooking in the season, right? But the difference is this season, there's been a couple of times where Maresca's moved him like from one half from the right where he plays all right. Second half, he gets moved over to the left, where for me, I don't think he's that good on the left half space. I think it's better on the right half space, right? And in certain games, like when we're playing the bigger teams, I'd rather see him on the right where he's got a little bit more space, like what you're saying. But week in, week out, your bread and butter against the low blocks, we need him centrally, bro. Because him and Jackson, don't forget the relationship they've got, right? He's closer to Jackson, so he can create better chances for him. He can score from that position there as well. Not to say he can't score from the right, but he's closer to goal from where he's picking up the ball. You know, he likes to just get it and just shoot at times, right? He can crash the box a little bit easier there as well. So it needs must. I think for me, I want to mainly see him down the middle. But again, I want to see Maresca using him on the right against the bigger teams when they're going to overload the midfield and try to stop him, if that makes sense. Give him the joy on the right and then play someone else in the middle. So they're thinking about two players now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. What are we giving Gusto then? I mean, he was played as a left winger. I don't think I've ever seen Gusto.
Gusto, listen, I can't even judge him too much, man. He barely got the ball. I mean, he got the ball a couple of times, didn't do anything with it. And he got injured, bro. So can I just say NA for this? Can I just say not
NA.
available?
What do we think in the chat as well? Give a number 1 to 10. 1 if you think he was absolutely crap. 10 if you think he was man of the match.
I don't think he was shit, but he's just... again, it's hard to judge him, Alex, because he's out of position, bro. But I don't know, man. I'll probably say a 4.
4?
4. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to a man that, well, you were an admirer of. I don't know if you still are. Dewsbury Hall. Everyone knew he was going to start this game.
Yeah.
Do you think that he will start in the second game? I mean, bear in mind we need to take that game seriously. Is that a risk worth taking?
I reckon Enzo will start this time and then probably bring him off the bench. You'll see him come off the bench. It's annoying, isn't it? Because we've got Arsenal. We're playing them on Saturday or Sunday.
We've got Leicester on Sunday, and then
Arsenal next week.
Is it Arsenal after that? Have we not got a break? When's the international break?
We've got international break after.
Oh yeah, so Arsenal on the Sunday, right? Sunday at 1:30.
See, let me check here. So, Sunday 1:30. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, we're not gonna get much rest. We're not gonna get much rest there, man. So I think Enzo will start the game. But Dewsbury Hall, like I said yesterday, the guy he's lacking confidence right now, man. He's not trying to take risks. He's not trying to drive through the midfield. We needed a profile like a Rodgers yesterday, or like even a João Felix to try make something happen. And he's supposed to be that. You know what I mean? He's quite dynamic as a player, bro. But again, I think his confidence is on the floor, man. So for yesterday, I'll probably give him again a 5. 4, 5. Just meaty, man.
You know who he reminds me of in a way? He reminds me of Griezmann. Because Griezmann can't dribble, mate.
Now, Dewsbury Hall can dribble, man.
I never see Dewsbury Hall dribble.
That's Chelsea, bro. You know what I'm going to do after this, Alex?
No, I'm not saying you're wrong, Don. I'm just saying, like, he's never dribbled in a Chelsea.
What I'm going to do? Do you remember last season we played Leicester in January?
He was cooking in that game.
Yes, yeah. Go watch that game back and see how many times he was dribbling through our midfield. Because last season, the narrative was Enzo and Caicedo can't play together. I remember after that game, They were talking about Enzo and Caicedo. Oh my God, how they letting Dewsbury come and do this. I was seeing compilations of this same guy. You see how things have just changed now. He's at Chelsea playing with those same midfielders, and he's being spoken about like he's a bum, right? But go back to that game after he played, people were raving on about him. Oh, Dewsbury cooked Enzo and Caicedo. How you getting cooked by Dewsbury? I remember. You know what I'm saying? So again, for me, the main thing with this guy, I think it's a confidence thing, bro. That's what it is. He's gone from Leicester to a big club like Chelsea. It's too much for him. He clearly can't handle it. He clearly can't handle it, bruv.
Yeah. We're not getting our money back. We're not getting our money. We're making a loss on that guy. Yeah. Can anyone see how much should we buy him for? 35?
I don't know how much we bought him for, man, but he'll go elsewhere and he'll cook, bro. Let him go to a little West Ham. Let him go Brighton.
He'll do well at West Ham. He'll do well.
Yeah.
He'll suit Potter's system as well, man. That's not a little bit more defensive than Maresca's, but I think he'd do well there. Don't think Brighton will happen again. They've already spent a lot of money. Yeah. Fair enough. So what are we saying? 6 out of 10?
No, 5.
5 out of 10. Okay. He started with Caicedo. I can't fucking believe Caicedo started this game, mate. I said to the guys outside, I was chatting with the stewards, and I said, surely they can't start Caicedo. They've got to take some care of him. I mean, I know he eventually did come off, if I'm not wrong, for Fernandez. But I don't know. Considering how strange part of the lineup was, I didn't understand why. If you're going to play Caicedo, why don't you just go full strength from the get-go? We wouldn't even.
Who would you have played ahead of him, though? That's the thing.
I'm not talking. Well, you could have played Fernandez next to Dewsbury Hall. You could have done that. That's what I predicted would happen.
I would have. Bro, just play Amugu, man. We've got this Amugu kid. I'm sorry, bro. Like, what's the point? Like, this is what I mean about the squad building. We've brought in Amugu to send him back to Strasbourg to go and keep Santos. Obviously, after having a good season, we should have just kept Santos in the first place. He would have played because Lavia can't stay fit, right? So why are you gambling? Why are you thinking? Lavia after being out all of last season is just gonna all of a sudden now be healthy. It don't fucking work like that. Not at this level. Yeah, not the way these guys train. Not the way you're playing up against physical guys week in, week out. PMP, bro. That's what the Prem is, right? So it's a shit show, man. Like you're saying, Caicedo should not be starting.
What's that?
Pace and power. Pace and power.
Pace and power. I didn't know that.
Yeah, PMP is pace and power, bro. So like you're spot on, bro. Like we shouldn't have to be playing Caicedo in these sort of games, right? I know it's the knockout stages now, but again, we brought in Amugu. Like what's he doing it? We bring him on against Southampton. We're what four goals up. It's just annoying, isn't it? It's annoying. And Caicedo's a yellow card off of missing 2 games as well.
Yeah, but Maresca said he's going to play him anyway because we need to win games. So he's going to play against Leicester.
And I'm worried about this, bro. I'm worried because Caicedo, he gets the ball back a lot. And then these refs are just like, you got the ball? Fuck off. Yellow card. You know what I mean? I see it happen every single game, right? Where he will win the ball nicely and the guy just books him. And I'm like...
It's all about the follow-through. That's what they don't like. They don't like you following through these days.
Man, fuck the follow-through, man. He gets the ball cleanly a lot of the time. And they call him for it. And you see how frustrated he gets as well. Because Caicedo, to me, looks like an honest guy. You know what I mean? So
no, he's a very honest player. He's got a lot of qualities. He's not quite like Kante, but he's got a lot of qualities similar to that profile.
And in terms of his passing range, bro, this guy in the final third, for me, is better than Kante, bro. Kante,
definitely.
In the final third was very sloppy, man, at times. Like, there's times where I used to see him try and make a quick little through ball. The ball's bobbling. His finishing wasn't the greatest. Like, engine-wise, amazing. Give it to someone else to do the rest, amazing. But asking him to make that final pass a lot of the time, nah, he wasn't really that. So, yeah, man, Caicedo's got high potential in it. He's got a lot of potential to become world class, man.
I think he's hitting that this season. I mean, he's hitting that. I mean, he's been fantastic, mate. Without Caicedo,
I think it's performed at a world class level. But for me to call you world class, I need to see you consistently doing that for at least 3 years, even in the Champions League, and ideally winning stuff as well. I don't give that title lightly. You know what I mean? Even Palmer, he had a world class season, but I never called him world class once. I said he's playing at world class level right now. But for me to say, okay, he's a world class player, I need to see him doing similar things consistently, bro, and winning. That's when you can become world class.
It's true. I remember I did an interview once, and they said to me, "Do you think Palmer is a better player than Frank Lampard?" And I went, "Come on, guys, come on.
Palmer,
How many years did Lampard do it for?"
You see, and look all the records that Palmer was breaking last season. But you weren't going to call him world class, were you? You know, so Matisse, big up Matisse. He went early last year saying, "Fuck it, Palmer's world class," and now he's having to apologize in the Big Six because of the drop off. So yeah, man, my standards of world class, bro. As much as even if I think you can get there, I'll just wait. I'll let it marinate. I'll wait for the right moment, and then I'll crown you as world class.
I mean, creatively, if people would have taken their chances, you could still argue that because you'd have a number of assists. I think, was it 33 big chances without a goal? I mean, that's fucking shocking, mate.
That's disgusting.
Shocking. But this is more reason why you play him on the right, Don, so that he could just do it himself.
Bro, he gets in good positions even down the middle, Alex. This is the point. Look at the chance that he got against Villa, right? Usually, confident Palmer is just burying that. He's not even thinking about it. Yeah. Even against Southampton, the guy's getting chances. He's getting in good areas, but his finishing has been poor as well. So we need to just stop blaming Maresca. We've got to look at him as well, bro. Like individually, you know, I know Maresca could set you up better at times, but you are still getting good enough chances to be doing something. And at the same time, your teammates need to be finishing most of these chances you're creating. You know, over 30 chances created, no assist is crazy, Alex. It is crazy. I saw something mad the other day, yeah. Actually, like 2 weeks ago now. It was showing the expected assists between Palmer and Robertson at
Liverpool.
At Fulham.
Oh, Fulham.
Yeah. Is it Robertson? Is it Robertson?
The left back.
Left back. Yeah. It's Robertson, isn't
it?
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, Robertson. Yeah.
I like Robertson, but he would never fit into our system.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, him. Yeah. So he had less expected assists. And he had 7 assists in that time, bro. Right? Cole Palmer had 0. And he had double the expected assists. Right? That's a problem in itself. So when these guys are looking, the sporting directors and the owners, they love their data. Look at that data. And that should show you, bro, we need to bring in a left winger that can score goals. Because Mudryk is, I don't know what's going on with this guy right now. We're not hearing anything about that. We need to replace him. I like what I'm seeing from Tyreek George. But I still want someone else to come in that's ready now, has the experience, you know, someone like, I don't know, Lookman, Semenyo. Ideally, I would have loved KK that's gone to PSG, but he's gone now. I would love Rodrigo. I don't think Chelsea will be able to sign him, in all honesty. I think he'll stay at Madrid, right? Yeah. That's the quality that I need to come in, and then George can learn from these sort of guys, right? And on top of that, bring in a striker that knows where the goal is, bruv, right? When they get a chance, more often than not, it's going in. They make half chances into good chances because Jackson doesn't do this. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things, when you're looking at the data, I swear to God, bro, anyhow you leave this summer with some mediocre, unknown striker, yo, we need to just riot. Yeah. Everyone needs to just riot. I'm telling you. Yeah. You know me, I'm patient.
Protest, Don. Don't you worry. I'll be at the next protest.
Riot. I'm telling you, bro. Riot. All that data is pointing towards us having to get a striker, blood. Yeah. Our big chances missed are right behind Liverpool. Liverpool have the most big chances created and most big chances missed. We're right behind them. Yeah. But the difference with them is they're clinical. They've got guys like Salah. They've got guys like Gakpo. Yeah. Even though our defense ain't the greatest, Alex, I'm telling you, bro, even if we had Chris Wood, even if we had Reece up top this season, we're in a better position than what we are right now. Even though our defense needs improving. You know what I mean? So it's an urgent position that we need to fix in the summer. We can't go another season with no striker. No way. No way, bro.
I'm with you on that. I have to agree. So what are we giving?
Robinson. Sorry, not Robertson. Robinson. Sorry, there we go.
Robinson. Yeah. You're not talking about the left back from Liverpool. You talk about the Fulham left back.
Robinson. Yeah. And you're saying it wrong. Yeah, Robinson. There we go.
I thought you said that.
I said Robertson. That's what I was getting confused. Robertson's at Liverpool. I was like, they ain't got the same name. Yeah, Robinson. Yeah.
What are we giving Caicedo? What's his rating?
Again, bro, just average, man. 5. Because he was part of that first half, which was dead.
True. Now, my opinion is James got to be man of the match for me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He was. I know you say he looked a bit stiff in the midfield. Fair enough, but he was pinging some nice balls. He was pinging some nice balls. He was doing all right, mate. He was
the problem with Reece. The problem that I've got with Reece isn't him getting on the ball so much. It's how reactive he is when he gets it, right? Because when you're playing in midfield, Alex, you need to be 5 steps ahead. I feel like he thinks on his feet too much when he's playing in there, and it kind of puts him off his game. Like if you remember against Villa, where he was getting pressed a lot more, he lost the ball in some dangerous areas, you know, because he's thinking like, yo, when he gets the ball, what should I do next, right? Yesterday, he was actually quite good.
Even against Villa, though, do you not think James was all right? I thought
no, against Villa, that's what I'm saying. Like his passing was good. His passing isn't the problem. But I'm just saying in terms of receiving the ball and knowing what to do next, that's where I'm a little bit like, he's a little bit stiff. He's a little bit reactive. But yesterday, to be fair to him, I said this on my review as well, I thought he was actually quite proactive on the ball, right? That again, off the ball, he helps us defensively. We haven't got Lavia right now, so he adds a little bit of steel in the midfield. And again, like what you're saying with the passing, he was quite good at that, as I would expect. And that finish, bro, very, very good finish. So I actually gave him man of the match as well, innit? I'm just saying he needs to carry on improving if he's going to keep playing there. He needs to be thinking, you know, about what he's going to do 5 steps before he even gets the ball. That's my point.
Maresca said after as well, I can't believe he said it, but he said, I've always seen Reece James as a midfielder.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Maresca just says a lot of shit, man. Honestly,
see, this is another reason I don't really rate him. Like, I know Poch said some things that people don't like, but generally speaking, I thought, okay, I'm seeing common sense. Like as a whole, if 20% is bullshit, 80% is fine. Maresca, he's evening things out quite a lot, mate, recently. Like he's contradicted himself with regards to targets, what we're trying to do, fucking Reece James. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh,
you know, I honestly thought he was fantastic in the press at the beginning of the season, mate. He was fucking brilliant. And the way he answered the questions was so refreshing. It was nice. It was like, okay, so fair enough, mate.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you actually know exactly what he's thinking.
Yeah,
even if you don't agree with what he's thinking, you respect it. Like Ruben Amorim at United, he's doing something similar.
Yeah, but there's a difference, Alex. Go land your point.
No, but I think it's very hard to listen to what Maresca's saying and then see what he's doing and go, well, I trust you, because I don't understand half of what he's doing on the pitch. And fair play, like I do think James was good, and I think he can have a real role for us in the midfield, especially with no Lavia. But long term, that's not going to get the best out of this player. And I don't think it matters what you do. James is getting injured, whether you play him in the midfield or if you play him on the right.
100%, man. I think for now, I don't mind it too much for now, because if again Lavia is not fit, we need a little bit more steel in that midfield, innit? You know what I mean? Like it allows Cucurella to just do what he does because he knows Reece and Caicedo are behind him. It allows Enzo to have a little bit more freedom on the ball. You know, he's not having to constantly keep tracking back because he knows Reece is going to sweep up, right? But you're right about Maresca, man. This guy, he pillow talks too much, man. Like, at the beginning, it was nice to hear a lot of the honesty, but now I'm like, yo, you need to go back to media training and get your money back, first of all, yeah? And tell them to teach you again. You know what I'm saying? Because you're talking too much, bro. You're giving away too many things that you should be keeping to yourself, right? He came out talking about when I was on holiday. Say that again?
What should he keep to himself?
Bro, like when he's talking about the tactics and that, like he gives the ins and outs of things. And I'm like, you don't have to give the ins and outs of these things, innit? You can keep it quite vague, you know what I mean? And make yourself a little bit less predictable. Obviously with the whole Reece thing, like, oh yeah, I watched him on holiday. I always knew he was a midfielder. I think it's just he's bigging himself up because, you know, Reece in the midfield yesterday was very good, probably the man of the match. So he's kind of just giving himself a little pat on the shoulder for that, innit? I don't think it means it deep down. Like, if Lavia's fit, Caicedo's fit, Enzo's fit, do you really think he's going to play Reece in the midfield, bro?
Well, he's basically saying, like, he's not saying it, but he's basically saying if they're fit, those players you just mentioned, then James doesn't play.
That's my point. Exactly.
That's the position.
So then you can't turn around and say, yeah, I see Reece as a midfielder. No, what you see Reece as is someone who's versatile and can play in the midfield to give a little bit more physicality when those guys aren't there. because a massive thing for Maresca and a massive thing for this team is we lack physicality in dangerous areas, bro. Right? You're seeing it right now. Caicedo can't do everything by himself. And Enzo, I like Enzo. He gets around the pitch and he can win the ball back, but he's not a destroyer. Reece is more of a destroyer in the midfield. He just gets in there and he'll just clatter a man, take it, and then pop it off. Right? So don't listen to Maresca, man. He waffles a lot. He says things, and a lot of the time when he says things, I just block it out, bro. You know what I mean? Like what you're saying, he said, these lot never told me about top 4. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. There's no way you came into this club not knowing that top 4 is the target, bro. Right? And then you come back saying, oh, I always said that top 4 was the target. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. So, bro, just block it out, man.
I don't understand. Like, what's your perspective on Maresca then? I don't get it.
Bro, my perspective on Maresca is start of the season, you were very good. You were making some good proactive changes. You were using the bench quite well when everyone was fit. And then over Christmas, you've let yourself down, bro, because you didn't really use guys like Felix. You didn't really use guys like Nkuku. You didn't use Gil when Jackson was literally missing chance after chance, right? You're making guys unhappy. Now Vega and Felix have gone. You've weakened the squad, right? Your in-game management. Oh, am I back?
You're back. You're back.
Oh, I went. Okay, yeah. So I've just been there's been quite a lot of things that I haven't been happy with him about in terms of like how he's managed the squad. Again, some of the lineups that he's put out, and just some of the in-game management, man. Like I said to you, bro. Like we go up in a lot of the games, and I feel like the games weren't managed well, right? I know you might not like Felix like that. I know you might not like Vega like that. But end of the day, your first team are gonna get tired. When they get tired, it's now time to change things, bro. Right? Against West Ham, that was the Maresca that I know and like. Remember he made all those changes. He brought in Gil, he brought in Neto. All of a sudden, we come back and we win the game. That wasn't by mistake. That was because of him, right? But when you're waiting until the 80th minute, I'm seeing Nkuku come on for 5 minutes. What's he gonna do? I'm seeing Gil come on. We're sitting together, bro, against Palace. Gil comes on, yeah, for like 5 minutes, end of the game. What the hell is he gonna do? Jackson just keeps missing and you're not punishing him. What's the point, right? Vega, you're telling me Vega can't come on certain games. You even have 3 centre backs. Instead of having 2 centre backs, you have 3 because you know that these guys don't know how to see out leads. Now you're a little bit more stable at the back. You sit back a little bit, you counter them because we've got the players to counter as well.
We don't counter. We don't counter, mate.
We've stopped. So these are all the things that I've been seeing in the second half that I've not been happy with, right? But it coincides with him losing some key players again. And that's why I'm saying Lavia, Fofana, we shouldn't be thinking about them in the 11 going forward because I don't want Maresca to be coming out like Poch talking about, oh, well, yeah, we're missing Romeo. We're missing Wes. You know, he likes that one. We're missing Wes. We're missing this. We're missing that. Because all that does, it takes away from the wrongdoings you're doing with what you've got. Because even with what he's got, bro, it's enough. It's enough to be winning games. Yeah? But he's messing about with it. It's not the best. Obviously, it's not the best. But it's enough to be doing better. And that's what I was saying about Poch last season. I know he's missing some players, but he's still got enough to be doing something here. You know what I'm saying? So, Maresca, bro, I'm watching him in it. And against Arsenal as well, because they're not even in the best form. I know we're playing away, but please, bro, make a statement. Make a statement. Make us go away finally to that place and get a W. Because we're going to rattle them and we're going to put them in their grave. Because you know already they've lost the league and they're not going to win the league, right? But imagine we go there and we beat them. And now we're right behind them. We beat Leicester and then we beat Arsenal. We're right behind them, bro. You know what I mean? And they're the ones that are meant to be competing for the title. You know what I'm saying?
Arsenal, that would be,
that would be brilliant.
Oh, mate. That would be brilliant. I fucking hate them, Don.
Listen, you're telling me, mate.
Don, I didn't know why. Listen, last season, before the game, I didn't understand why people didn't like Arsenal fans and why they didn't want Arsenal to win the league. I didn't get it. And then we lost 5-0 and we had a long walk back to the station. We were there
together that game.
Were you sat next to me for that one?
I was sat with you and Nina, bro.
Oh, mate.
I had Lee Gunner FaceTiming me there.
Yes.
We were sitting together, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it was honestly, I need a ticket for that one as well, Alex. Yeah, if you could pattern me, if you could sort me out for that game, I'll be there. But bro, listen, I'm tired. That's what it is, isn't it? I'm tired. I want to beat Leicester, and obviously beat Arsenal. Beating Arsenal will be amazing. It will be amazing. And then obviously going off for the international break, coming back. Madueke should be back after that. I think Jackson's coming back after that. Lavia should be fit and ready after that as well. Hopefully Fofana don't get injured between now and then. He should be available to play. Badia Shield. So the last games that he's got, he's gonna have his core coming back. You know, so there's no excuses, bro. You know what I mean?
So are you Maresca in or not?
Bro, I'm not Maresca out. Like I'm more Maresca fix up. You know, I'm more Maresca keep problem solving. Right? I like what he's done recently with Neto. Like playing Neto up top has actually been good because Nkunku up top wasn't working. Palmer up top is useless, right? Playing Neto up top is actually quite good because he makes the centre backs work. You know, you see him run there, you see him run there, you see him run here, you see him go into the right, you see him go to the left, right?
Yeah.
3 GA in 2 games from Neto is unheard of. You know, and that's because he's finding himself in some good positions. And he's a good ball striker as well. So don't be surprised. Sunday's his birthday, you know. Don't be surprised if he bags against Leicester, bro. Because defensively, they are shit. Defensively, they're shocking. And I got told by Locks earlier, they haven't scored since January, bro. They haven't scored since the 29th of January.
That was when they scored against Tottenham, right?
That's the last game they scored.
Jesus Christ.
That's the last game they scored, bro.
What's Reece James's rating? What's his rating?
I'll give him an 8.
An 8. That's a solid rating. Man of the match as well. We've spoken about Palmer as well. I mean, what would you give Palmer as a rating?
By his standards, 4.
4? Fucking hell.
Yeah, I thought
he had a couple of half chances, but yeah, not enough really.
Just shit, man. He was shit. Let's be real. 4. I feel like Palmer just needs that one goal to go in, and he'll be back.
Yeah, he just needs a bit of a confidence boost. I can agree with that. Fernandez, you got that second goal as well, mate. That was a good little layup from George.
Bro, Enzo was this guy, man. You see what I was telling you about this guy last season, Alex? Yeah, when you're like, Enzo Fernandez is not good. I heard the criticism.
No.
I told you that.
I said that beginning of this season, not last season.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Start of the season, he wasn't that great, to be fair. Like he was learning a new role as well, but he has been fantastic.
He's improved a lot. I'll give Maresca credit for that. One player who's improved under Maresca.
Enzo. He's been very good, bro. Very good, man. But yeah, he helped change the game. I'll give him an 8, just like his number.
Fair play. That's a good rating, man. Do you think that we can survive, you know, having games where we play Enzo without Caicedo to start? I know we end up, you know, we don't have as much defensive stability, but if we've got the ball 70% of the time, don't you think we can just get away with it?
Bro, not really. Not at this level, man. These teams, they're all going to have a break on you. Like Leicester, with Jamie Vardy and these sort of guys running at you, if there's no Caicedo in the middle, it's peak, right? If you go all across the board, bro, West Ham on the transition, Kudus, Bowen, is peak. Brentford, they could sit back, but then all of a sudden you've got Wisa, you know, and Buemo all running at you. It's long. So you need a level of physicality in there, bro. You can't just play Enzo with I don't know, someone else who's not a destroyer, because you're lacking balance in there, right? If you remember when Enzo first came Chelsea, he was playing as our DM because we sold Jorginho. You know what I mean? And he was just getting run past this guy, bro, a lot of the time. So now we need Caicedo to play. If Caicedo's not playing, you have to play in Ngumu. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Amugu.
Yeah. Ngumu. There we go.
Huh?
What's happened?
Amugu,
yeah.
Ngugu, that's what you said.
Amugu. Amugu. Yeah. I always forget this guy's name, Matisse Amugu.
All good.
I actually watched some of his games back, man. He looks all right. He looks like
a sort of a different version of Lavia, mate. He's
yeah. He's got very twitchy feet. That's what I'd say about him. I know he was a little bit nervous against Southampton. Like his touch was a bit sloppy, but listen, it's his first game, innit? You know what I mean? You can't overly judge.
No, I'm with you on that one. So Enzo Fernandez got an 8. What about Tyreek George? I mean, Charlie, by the way, he thinks that George should start ahead of Sancho going into the Leicester game.
Ooh, on the right, yeah?
I don't know if it's the right or the left, to be fair, but he just said he needs to start ahead of Sancho. That's what he said.
If he's saying that, then he's probably saying he wants Nkunku to start on the left, which means he wants George to start on the right.
Yes, actually, you're right. No, he does want Nkunku on the left. Yeah. I don't know about Nkunku on the left, but he's been okay. But I'm like,
past few games.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? I mean, Nkunku, I don't rate that. Not him on the wing.
Nah, I don't really like
balance.
him.
For fuck's sake, you get no balance with him on the wing.
Yeah, he cuts in too much, man. Like, I'd rather play George on the left, Sancho on the right, Neto up top, and then do that, and then bring Nkunku off the bench. But I think Nkunku will start the game. I think George will come off the bench. He'll probably start Sancho on the right. I do prefer Sancho on the right, to be fair. So he should be able to perform a bit better there. But if he's not performing, take him off swiftly, bro. Yeah? Take him off swiftly and play George. The thing is, with me and George, I was actually speaking to Jimmy and I in the group chat earlier. I prefer George on the left, right? Because he creates better angles for himself when it comes to shooting. He still takes it wide as well. And he's a little bit more unpredictable on that side, you know, because he's right-footed, isn't it? That's the thing about him. So for me, I would prefer to play him on the left because he's a direct replacement for Mudryk. Very, very similar profile to Mudryk, you know? So yeah, man, I don't think George will start though. He played 90 minutes and he had cramp like the last few seconds of the game.
Did he?
But not last few seconds, sorry. There was like, I think it was like 20 minutes left and he went down for a little bit. So yeah,
well, hopefully he's okay, mate.
I'll give George a 7.
7 out of 10. That's fair enough. What about Nkunku? We'll speed through these last ones because we've got 5 minutes.
I'll say 7. Nkunku 7, definitely. I thought he came on, pressed us into a goal, helped with the first goal as well. He gave the pass to Cucurella when he chopped it back. Yeah, 7. I thought he was good when he came on.
Sancho.
5. I don't really remember him doing anything.
Do you think so? Honestly, mate, you have the rest of the season, yeah, as manager. You can pick between trusting Sancho or trusting Tyreek George. Who do you play out of those two?
Bro, if I'm going to play anyone on the right, I'd rather play Sancho there. If I'm going to play anyone on the left, I'll play George there.
So you still play George over Sancho on the left? Why would you do that?
Because like I said, I think George is more direct than Sancho. The problem with Sancho, where he's right-footed, he likes to cut in a little bit too much. Like there's a lot of space that he will see on the left. When you're watching Sancho, watch him closely, right? There'll be a lot of space on the left. He doesn't run into that space. He'll cut in. Whereas George, he'll run into that space and then come back into the box and then just pass it back. That's why you're seeing him having those similar sort of assists right now where he's cutting it back because he gets himself in those positions a lot of the time. Whereas Sancho, he'll cut in, close down the space. He wants to link up. Whereas George will just trust his ability to just run past someone. You know what I mean? So for me, I've always preferred Sancho on the right, even going back to Dortmund days, because he's on his stronger foot, right?
Yeah.
If you remember the goal that we scored against, I can't remember, it was in the Conference League, yeah? Remember when Mudryk hit it top bins on his right?
Oh, beautiful, yeah.
That was Sancho from the right, bro. Sancho came from the right and just passed it back to him.
That was hiding him.
Hiding him.
Yeah.
So Sancho played on the right that game and he was very good, bro. I remember he came on against Morecambe off the bench. He came on the right. He was good when he came on. So I think you'll see a better Sancho off the right. Even when we played Southampton, he looked a little bit more dynamic. There was a few times where he combined quite well on the right. I thought he could have been more direct, but he looked a little bit more, you know, just more up for it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd rather start Sancho right wing and then George on the left, man. But for this game, I thought Sancho was just average. I think, yeah, 4, 5. He didn't do anything really.
Fair enough. Colwell, he's getting a bit of criticism for that set piece goal. Do you think that was solely on him?
I think it's multiple people, man. I think lack of awareness in the box, too much ball watching. I see it a lot from Colwell. His positioning was poor. He jumped way too early. It's not the first time I've seen him jump like that as well. This time his jumps. And yeah, like I said, I don't know why there was someone at the back that was just free. I don't know whether it was his man. I don't know whether it was Dewsbury Hall. But this is where you've got to look around. Experience comes with this. Silva will be looking and say, yo, you know what I mean? He'll point. He'll say, listen, you mark him. These lot are just ball watching. And then it goes in and it's like, oh. And I'm like, you should have been proactive. You should have been thinking on your feet. You know what I'm saying? It's a team game end of the day, right? It's like this, Alex. If you work at McDonald's right now, yeah, regardless of you not working at the tills, for example, if you see the queues getting a bit long, you're going to go help your teammate because you work together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing as this, bro. If you see that, even if it's not your man, you've got to make sure that everyone else is ready, or even you go to him, right? If you haven't got anyone to mark, you know what I'm saying? So I think for that goal, there was a few people that were to blame for that one. I wouldn't put it just on Colwell. But overall, I thought he was decent when he came on. He was trying to play some long passes into the midfield and whatnot. He helped us progress the ball a bit better from the back, a bit quicker. I'll probably give him a 6.
Fair
5
enough.
or 6
out of 10. Yeah. I think that's almost generous in a way because of the goal.
I'll give him a 5 actually. I'll give him a 5, just average.
Yeah, I'd probably give him a 5 as well. Last player, mate, Cucurella coming on for Gusto as a well, he was originally a left winger.
I'll give him a 7 because he got the assist as well.
Yeah, was it which goal was that? The
Enzo. So no, for Reece.
Yeah, George got the assist for Enzo.
Yeah, he got the assist for Reece. So yeah, I'll give him a 7.
Would you start Gusto again on Sunday? Sorry, not Gusto. Cucurella.
Yeah, he has to start.
I don't know why he didn't start this. I think if you're gonna take the game seriously, take the game seriously. That's why I didn't understand like why we rotate. We rotated some positions and then we chose not to rotate in other key areas. I'm thinking to myself, well,
bro, Cucurella's a machine,
or he's not going to get injured. Why don't you just win the game comfortably and then none of them have to play in the second leg?
Yeah. I think he took it a little bit too lightly, man. But yeah, Cuckoo, this guy's like Aspilicueta, bro. He doesn't run out of energy. He can play literally every game. I swear to God, this guy can play 90 minutes and then play another 90 minutes straight after. He's that durable. But yeah, Cucurella, he has to start, man. At the weekend. But yeah, I'll give him a 7.
7 out of 10. Mate, it's been a good show, and I appreciate everyone jumping on as well. Guys, if you haven't already smashed the like button, do that. Subscribe to the channel as well. Don's channel is in the description, so go and check that out. Don, do you wanna plug yourself?
Yeah, man. Good show. Big up the chat as well. I always see Sean in my chat as well. Big yourself up. Who else is in here, man? You got ACFC, big yourself up. Mark. You got Stephen. Who else is in here? Fergie. So we've got some ops in here, yeah? Yeah, ACFC, big yourself up, man. You got S as well. He says, yeah, we're forgetting we're Cherry FC. We are Cherry FC, bro. Let's see who else is in this chat, man. Luan. You got George Abala. Big yourself up, man. Dumbledore. Stephen Michaels, Fecon. Yeah, all of you lot, big yourself up, man. But yeah, listen, I put out a little preview earlier with locks, like I said, for the game. So make sure that you lot check that out. My reviews on the channel as well that I did after our game yesterday. So yeah, make sure you lot check that out. But yeah, man, every Tuesday, look out for Blue Diaries. Some days we go live on Monday as well. And that's a good pod. Alex, I've got to get you one of those pods one of these weeks. Yeah, so we've got to talk. We've got to talk. There's a few people.
What time is it?
Tuesday, about 6-ish.
I work, mate. I work 4 till 9.
Don't worry. We'll do a separate pod, if anything. Because there's a few people that want to talk to you about your comments about was it Americanizing the sport or something like that.
Yeah. Well, they don't think that we're Americanizing.
Oh, listen, they're not happy with your comments. Put it that way.
No,
these are American guys. They're not happy with your comments, bro.
Mate, who wants the Americanization of football? What they defend that?
Listen, we're gonna talk. People, watch out for that pod.
Who are you having on your podcast that defends what our owners are doing?
Alex is gonna come on my channel and we're gonna talk about this. Yeah. So next week,
mate. They're already clowns. I didn't even know who they are.
Yeah, they've got a lot to say to you, bro. They've got a lot to say to you, man. Listen, big up people, big up, man. Yes.
I look forward to speaking with them on the podcast. But yeah, thanks for jumping on, guys, and all the best. We'll catch up very soon.